We are back here on Niche Nation Radio, the Music Loft, and it's hosted by yours truly, Miss Shira. And if you're just tuning in and you missed some of the beginning of the segment, don't worry. We do have an encore each and every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And shout out to super producer Jay Manifest, who's here in the studio with me. And artists, if you're tuning in, make sure you get at him and you follow him on all social media at J Manifest NC. It's very essential because this man here is the man you need to know for good production. Now, you were talking about, we kind of jumped in, what other business ventures you've been doing.
Yes.
Got into fashion.
Yes.
Okay, tell my listeners about it.
Kicks and Snares. That's my lifestyle brand. I don't want to call it a clothing line. That's my lifestyle brand.
I like that.
That's what I live by.
Yeah.
Music and dressing. Music and fashion. The two go together.
It does.
Who wants to see a bummy artist?
Yeah.
Who wants to pay for a bummy artist? Who wants to buy a beat from a bummy producer?
That's true. I had to laugh because when you said that, it's like someone giving me a business card and say, hey, come, utilize my services to do hair, and the hair doesn't look good.
Yeah, branding is everything.
It is.
And a lot of times, it's catered to producers, and most producers are sneakerheads. Mm-hmm. And you can also look at kicks as your shoes, not just the kick drum.
Right. Okay. Now, what made you want to, get into it? I know, you mentioned fashion and music go hand in hand. Right,
because one thing that producers struggle with is merchandising for themselves. Like artists, it's easy for them to do merch when they go anywhere, just get a t-shirt or a CD. Producers, we need to have something attached to us.
Okay.
That's what made me want to do that.
Yeah.
Other than just beats.
Okay.
And I feel like Kicks and Snares was the perfect thing.
Right. That's good.
Yes.
Now, it seemed like with so much going on, I want to kind of jump out of music a little bit.
Right.
In our communities, we have a lot of, officers that are being killed. We have a lot of, all lives matter. A lot of young people that are faced with a lot of trials and tribulations, and they're even being murdered themselves. What advice would you give to a young person that is, living in that type of environment where it's hard? They have drugs on their street corners. They have corruption within a police department.
Right.
And they have to deal with this on a day-to-day.
Right. The first thing is know your rights.
Yes.
And, sometimes I know it may feel like the officer or whoever is getting the best of you with a conversation or a dispute, but sometimes you have to be the bigger person and just let it go.
Yeah. And it's sad that you have to kind of teach your kids this,
right.
in this day and time with everything.
You just got to kind of do what you got to do till you can get up out of that situation.
Okay. Yeah. Now, do you vote?
Yes, I do vote.
Okay. Hillary or Trump? I have to ask because right about now it's very entertaining.
I just feel like the Trump thing is a gimmick. Right?
It is.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's a bad situation, but you gotta enjoy it. It is
you
free entertainment.
Yeah.
Now, what is in your playlist? You're a producer. You produce for a lot of people, and when you jump into your ride and you're rolling out, what do you listen to?
I listen to, of course, Rick Ross. I listen to Jay-Z. I listen to Dirty Dan. I listen to a lot of times I listen to more independent people. I listen to a lot of music that I record.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I listen to old hip hop.
All right.
Smith and Wesson, Black Moon, and, Wu-Tang and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because that's the music that you feel. I don't really like music that you hear. It sounds stupid, right? Mm-hmm. But when you can feel it, that's when it means something. And a lot of the new music you can't feel, you just hear it.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of stay with the essence of hip hop.
Okay. Yeah. Now, you did mention when you ran off your list of people that there are some artists that are from your area. When you mentioned like Dirty Den, he's an artist who has been doing a lot of work. Shout out to Dirty Den, and has also covered the Niche Carolina magazine cover. So I had to do my little plug there.
Right.
What other local artists or independent artists? Let me rephrase that. Do you listen to as well as him?
I listen to Pooh Bear. Mm-hmm. I listen to Sequence. I listen to. Are we speaking in terms of North Carolina?
It could be all over. It's independent.
Oh, I listen to. Look out for an artist named L.A. You spell it E-L-H-A-E. I listen to a lot of LA. He's out of Macon, Georgia, but live in Atlanta right now.
Okay.
YT Triz, Steph LaCour. She just got her deal with We the Best. Khaled just signed her.
Yeah. We're playing her on the station, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. It's really a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where do you see hip hop in 5 years?
I feel like hip hop is going back to the essence of it.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like it, because the most successful people are people who do the real hip hop. Like J. Cole, he's new, but he's like the newest, most successful person as well. And listen to the type of music he does. Mm-hmm. You know, most of the simple music, the club music, I guess you would say the one hit wonder, they may get 1 or 2 years, a 1 or 2 year run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because recently, you know, they had the Million Man March, and, you know, kind of to sum it up, they were preaching is, you know, people need to get involved more into their communities, you know, on all ends of, you know, music, even with music as well. How do you feel when you have these songs out now and you listen to them and they're talking about, you know, the perk and the drugs and the heroin? I mean,
it's funny because we come from an era where I come from an era where it was about art, where it was break dancing and it was about feeling good, and then we got into the era where you was like the drug seller, and then we're in the era where you're the drug user. Yeah. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
And kind of getting back into that first question when I said, you know, the artist, where do you see them hip hop in 5 years? Mm-hmm. What about the role of the producer? Because you have a lot of, you know, producers that are coming up and they don't have the best studio like you do, but again, those are the ones, you got a lot of the local artists that would give them that $50 or $100 to pay for their tracks instead of taking the time out and go to someone like your team, you know, you know, have you guys to put it together.
I do feel like we are suffering. That's just technology, like because you can download programs for free off the internet, you know, and they would rather give a person who's 15, 16 years old $100, $200 versus giving someone who's a veteran and is, you know, $2,500 and up, you know, what they're worth.
Right.
And, you know, I can't be mad at them. It's business.
Yes, it is.
You know, it's business.
Yeah. But those are the same people that they get the CD done and giving it to you and saying, can you listen to it? Right. And would you listen to something? Would you listen with the average person that come up to you and give you a CD instead of listening to it? Would you?
Depends on the presentation.
Yes, I do agree on that one. Yeah, it is very important. Yeah. Because I get a lot of CDs that don't even have a contact number on it.
Right, yeah.
Or email address.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, even if I like it, I can't get back in contact with you.
Back in contact with
Yeah. Now, you've been making a lot of big moves now, and you mentioned to me you've been doing a lot of work in Miami. Do you want to kind of touch on that?
Well, Miami is like my second home.
Okay.
You know, shout out to Po' Boy. They, you know, E-Class, you know, finger licking, make sure y'all eat them when y'all there. And he makes sure I'm taking care of when I'm down there.
That's good.
Yeah, he put me onto a lot of business out there.
That's good.
Yes.
So your brand is expanding.
Yes, it is.
That's good. That's real good. Now, did you get contact, again, we're getting back to your Mastermind album situation there. Did any other major artists contact you and just say, hey, you know, you did this for him?
After that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. We've done work for almost everybody in the industry. Okay. But see, that's just the first step. Like, once we've done the work, made the initial contact, it's on them when they release the record. So from your Meek Mills to your Dej Loaf to your whoever, like, the record's been done. But we can't control if they're going to use it or if they're going to even put it out.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. Now, you just focus on producing for hip hop. Have you ventured out into other genre music like rock and pop and...
Right, yeah. We reach out to everybody, but the main ones to stick is hip hop.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But eventually you'll get to that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to take a break. And again, this is Jay Manifest here in the studio on Niche Nation Radio with myself, Miss Shira, on the Music Loft. So stay tuned.